Alright, this is Jupiter Exile, and tonight we're going to try to kill the blue Smelter demon. This guy has been putting me through the ringer, and I'm going to see if I can figure out how to return the favor. We'll probably be at this for a couple of hours. At some point, I promise I'll eat dinner, so we'll take a break for that when it's appropriate. I have some things to run and grab before I do this. So there have been some attempts where we were doing a good job, but we got killed by residual damage. And that's kind of the attempts that we're angling this around. Like, those are the hopeful attempts where if I had different gear, things probably would have worked. So I've been researching online to figure out how to deal with this guy. The boss fights that I haven't won, I've been kind of labbing a bit, looking at how other people are clearing it and what they're doing. So this guy, Straight of Alafis, should have available for us a potent armor set that's going to be helpful. But in order to get it, we have to trade in a couple of boss souls. That's fine, we've got plenty of boss souls. I don't particularly care what items we get in exchange, because we're not going to use them. We really can't. We're just going to grab some kind of random stuff. I don't think any of this is actually equipable by us. Nope, not a single thing. But we trade in about 4 souls, and then we talk to him and he gives us this black robe set, which is very effective in terms of its magic defense. So now we're going to go back to Majula and get this stuff upgraded. So we're going to come at the boss with a lot more magic resistance and see how that changes the equation. I'm also going to try just using the standard mace. I've been seeing what weapons other people have been using to fight this boss. The mace appears to be a popular choice. It is a pretty standard SL1 weapon for Dark Souls 2. We've already got it upgraded to plus 10. So now this set we just got in, the black set, should be upgradable using Twinkling Titanite. Boasts some of the highest magic resistance available in the game. It'll capstone at plus 5. Anything that's upgraded with Twinkling Titanite works in that way. We're not going to upgrade the hood because we're going to continue wearing the crown.
I'll be around if you...
So, this stuff together, our current magic defense is 30. So we're going to change out this gear. Black robes, black gloves, and the black boots. We do get a slight penalty to each of these pieces of equipment because of not meeting a stat requirement. So we might have to continue experimenting. This might not be where we land. That gets our magic defense to 48, so it's half again better. There's another set of options in the Black Witch set that I might try instead. Let's see, we also had the Desert Sorceress option. That's going to be weaker in terms of magic resistance. Flower Skirt is definitively weaker. Yep. Okay. This looks like it's the best we're going to do in terms of the magic resistance at the moment. So we're going to take this into the fight and see what we can do. Yes, I've been looking forward to this next Dead by Daylight update, so I'll probably be jumping into that maybe tomorrow after Metroid Dread. I might not get into it until sometime on Thursday, but I know that the big thing for me is that they're finally putting the stinking numbers on all of the perks. Nice. Yeah, the lack of transparency on the way that the perks and add-ons actually change your values has been really kind of dumb. So I'm very glad to see them moving away from that. Focus up for this room. Okay, I took 2 hits there. The physical hits are coming at us harder now, so I have to be very careful about those. I'm going to have to reacclimate to the boss a little bit. Okay, missed my dodge there. That doesn't bode super well, but... Oh look, that lightning bolt didn't auto-correct into me. That's got to count for something. Right, burst. Forgot about that. That's important to remember. Wait for the burst. We go in for 2 hits. Bit of an unfortunate hit to take. I am going to have to get probably some more health resistant, health recovery stuff on my hotbar. Part where we gold pine resin. That's a bad hit to take. You don't want to take those. Especially not twice in a row. Oh yeah, I heard they were doing some updates on the Survivor icons to match like some of the model updates. And yeah, a few of them look really weird. Like, I know David's update looks like he got punched in the face. He's gone 5 rounds in the boxing ring somewhere along the line. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Let's see. Do I want to rearrange any of this stuff? I might want to put Elizabeth mushrooms on. Maybe dried roots. Let's put dried roots on the list. I might want to eat one of those going into phase 3 or something. It can help counteract the residual damage. Another option I can go with that I've seen some people do, mostly at the extra high difficulties, they run blue burrs, which is a consumable that ups magic resistance even higher. And that's being done to avoid some of the radial damage that the boss is going to cause. Okay. I think actually, for 1 or 2 of these attempts, I actually just swung. Okay, so swinging wide on that guy is not super reliable. Okay, super nice. Can I get into the fight? Thank you. Alright. I need to be better at the stab. I'm not reacting to the stab early enough. Pop another one of those, that's fine. dried root. Okay, that was one of the miracle stabs. Okay, so you can do quick backslash and a stab. I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of the actual deviations in his patterns. Yeah, I haven't looked at the new looks for them in a while. I'm gonna go back to the battle axe for a bit. He didn't raise the bow, so we just tried to run straight. Random extra damage. Okay, so I'm going to try running around the outside explicitly. It seems like the giant is actually really slow to get aggroed. Looks like I can do that with some consistency. So we don't actually need to test our dodge. That's a burst. That mysteriously hit me. That's a burst. Nope, it's not. I thought that would be a stab. It was a sweep. That's my bad. I got nervous because my health was low. The lesson I'm trying to remember is that for his sweeping attacks, you always have to dodge against the attack. If you dodge with the attack, you will never, ever have enough invuln frames. I was psyching myself up a bit for this to like be in a serious mode, like actually try to get through this run. So I might be a little intense today. Alright, didn't get hit by lightning that time. That's the burst. That's mystery thrust. That was too early. That's with the burst. So I can drink and slap him. Ran out of stamina, and the burst killed me. That's why we use the mace instead of the axe. The mace doesn't run out of stamina on that maneuver. So, yep, going back to the mace after all, even if the damage is lower. And yeah, it's like 50 attack power less. But whatever, it's what we gotta do. Let's see. I think I'm gonna buff on the little lip before I go after the boss. Actually, I can buff when I'm. No. The golem is aggroed at that point. Dodge that arrow. I think right here I can use the golden pine resin if I make it past the night correctly. I never make it past the night correctly. When this stupid debuff is on me, it feels like I'm not running at all, even when I am. I seriously don't know what to make of it. I thought that would not hit me, but it's super long. Oh my god, I actually evaded the stab. That never happens. Okay, that was just bad. Okay, I can heal up during his phase change. There's a burst. No burst. It's a good dodge me. Way to go, Eric. Ow. Okay. Yeah, don't get hit by a stab. Can't get hit by a stab. I need to react to him pulling his hand back in that particular way. I'm having a hard time distinguishing it. Man, I'm too into it. I even said my real name. He didn't point the bow, so I can just run. I'm gonna try and run just past the right side of this guy. Every time I run past the left, he always... Oh, he did the sweep at a different angle this time. Cool. I need to get the right dodge on this stupid thrusting attack. Run out of stamina. I don't know what happened. I should have gotten the second dodge there. I inputted on the controller. That's the kind of execution on the fight that has me so frustrated here. But that happened because I took stagger from the first attack. If I didn't take the stagger on the first attack, my dodge input would not have gotten eaten. Some reason you lose a lot of inputs when hit stun happens. I don't know what the technical issue is there. That's what I need to be doing against the boss. Okay, that should have been a proper dodge. That should have killed me, but it didn't. That was a bad heal. I should not have made that choice. I don't know how that slam attack hit me, and then that stab didn't. That's the opposite of how that should work. The slam should not have hit me, and the stab should have hit me. So I was definitely still in the stab hitbox at the end of my dodge. And there's no way the hitbox was done. His sword was still there. That's hit me every other time. great. Okay. Camera freeze. Yep, camera's frozen. How does that hit? How does that not hit? I understand how that one hits, kind of. Okay. Is it late against the stab? Is it early? Did every successful run I watched just not feature the stab? Most of the successful runs I watched, it was just doing leap burst over and over and over again. I need to prompt that move to happen. And I think I get that move to happen by dodging the 3-hit sequence better. I dodge the 3-hit sequence better by staying at the proper range, by dodging through the attack, and by treating the timing properly. Fast slash is always followed by delayed slash. And I think delayed slash is always followed by fast, but I'm not 100%. That was the wrong kind of dodge. That was the correct dodge. What do you want? Okay, I'm dodging left on stab from here on out. And the slam is just mysteriously undodgeable. That one I messed up. That one was actually my mistake. I don't understand this slam. Okay, I'm gonna run around on the slam and get behind him. I'll have to unlock for it. The character doesn't run right when you have lock on. Honestly, the character just, like, moves slower when you're locked on in general. So if he goes for the slam, unlock, run around behind him, the slam hitbox is overtly, offensively dumb. Sure, okay. We got lag, so the camera will die. Buffered roll, super cool. Alright, that was my mistake. I need to do the whole fight unlocked. Every time I lock on, my dodging screws up and he just tracks the dodge and kills me. No arrow shot. Oh, he followed me that time. That's something. That's the easy pattern to avoid. Unlock. Facing like a shoulder flex. Thought I could run behind on that. Guess I was wrong. That was nonsense. No, in actuality, I guess my roll was too early. That happened because I had to drink. If I didn't have to drink, I would not have been in that situation. Oh my god. I am thick on the copium right now. Okay, no arrow. Okay, that makes no sense, but sure. Like, I was well out of that, but whatever. That happened because I rolled with his attack. I rolled into it. The patterns on Blue Smelter are harder at every step of the way than Fume Knight. Every aspect of how this boss handles is harder to cope with than the Fume Knight, who's lagged out my camera the moment I fixed my camera. So I think this armor might be clocking in a little low in terms of what I'm trying to get it to do because of the failed stat requirement, which does cause it to provide less defense than usual. As a result, the second best armor set might actually turn out to be the best for my purposes. But if I need that armor set, I have to farm it off of some like weird places. It's not available, it's just... There's not a guy who's going to hand me that other armor set, so... That made no sense. There we go. Lag. Not dead. That also made no sense. I dodged with an attack, so I die. It's the slams that are getting me straight up here. And the hitbox on the slam and the tracking on the slam is absolutely ridiculous. And my camera's not working. I'm turning it off. I'm not going to fix that camera twice every time I do this fight, because the friggin' area and the enemies here cause really weird, undue amounts of lag that don't occur in the rest of the game. shot. Pine resin. Is that dodge too late? Is his hitbox just too persistent for me to, like, get through it? I don't know. What I was trying to do there. Must have got confused. Just like I get confused by how that attack hits where his knee is planted. I planned around him doing the burst, but I didn't verify the attack was going to happen. I feel like I'm still taking too much damage. I'm gonna change a ring. I don't think I can give up Simpletons. We're gonna give up Third Dragon for Spell Quartz +3. This impacts our health and stamina. But with the mace, I think stamina management is about good enough. About as good as it's gonna get. And losing a bit of maximum health is a bummer, but if my resistance is a lot higher, that could mean the difference. And this puts my resistance up to... I'm looking at the wrong thing. Puts my magic resistance up to... It still says 48. Okay, so it doesn't count the ring. I'm pretty sure it was 48 before I put the ring on. I think the dried roots are too slow to use. I could switch to Elizabeth mushrooms, which are faster, but they're very limited. I don't have a ton of those to work with. I've got 6. It's not enough. It's too early, but he mysteriously missed. And we take that. No burst. Get away from that. Okay, it hit again. Thrust just hits, man. It just hits. Don't even... The slam just hits. Don't even think about it. It hits. Burst. I went for the mash because I took the hit, and like every other time I've dealt with that, it's gone bad. But fast cut always goes into delayed cut, so mashing is wrong in that case. That was a decent attempt. We got to third phase. We landed hits while he was in phase transition. which is something we haven't been doing, but we can do on the second to third phase. The first to second phase, you can't take hits because he ends that phase transition with a blast. But the second to third phase, you can land shots. And we're going to have to. So ideally, the second to third phase transition, if we haven't taken damage, we can rebuff. No, the first to second phase transition. Oh. That's a triple swing. Triple swing is actually really hard to survive, because I'm not able to look at him really for the third swing. So I have no idea what the telegraph for that looks like. I'm wondering if his damage type is actually composite magic fire. We've got magic and fire defense both listed at 48. Does this actually display the gain? Okay, so it goes from like 200 to 350 in terms of the listed magic defense. Got it. So the player status here is listing out your baselines, I believe. I think is how that's working. So our actual defense there should be like 350. If we changed Simpletons out for Flame Quartz, what kind of difference is that? Let's try both of these, and we'll see if if there's a noticeable difference in the difference in damage we take. This is going to reduce our dodge frames, but I think honestly, the dodge frames I'm only worried about for the sweep. It's clear that like the reason I'm getting hit by the slam isn't related to dodge frames. It's a weird positioning problem. I think it's the same thing for the stab. Yeah, if I can dodge through that without Simpletons, I'm going to have to fight the boss without Simpletons. Don't lock. Need stamina back, please. Right, that's the burst. I didn't save myself enough time. Okay, he pivoted too much and I didn't dodge it correctly. Stab is still mysterious to me. Slam is still rinsing me, absolutely hitting me every single time. He just pivots so perfectly when he does that attack. And if I'm not running, I can't get behind him. And I'm not running when he does other attacks, because it like throws off my dodge and spends all my stamina. So I just need to identify that attack and start running. Because every single dodge I've tried against it, if it's not a dodge directly away, it doesn't work. I didn't get the dodge input in time on that one, so that's on me. Need stamina back. That time I was able to get away from it, somehow. Really apply that going into second phase. Okay. Alright. I dodged both of I definitely dodged both of those things. Maybe I need to try dodging the slam later into the slam. Because he just attacks exactly like a prototypical Dark Souls 2 enemy, where he does, like, his animation corrects up to the last second. The very last, well, no, it's not up to the last second. His animation is correcting up to the last quarter second. Okay, that hit. That hit because we're playing Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 1 or 3, that doesn't hit. Like so many other attacks. Okay, and sometimes that happens. I'm gonna not buff before getting to the room. I'm tired of throwing away resin and then trying to run around this guy. Well, I'm tired of trying to run past this guy and taking hits. I can run around him if I'm not using resin on the way in. In the comments for the people who I was like watching do this, a lot of them are like, yeah, this took me 30 to 50 attempts and then I got a good pattern. And yeah, that's probably about what we're talking about here in terms of beating this boss. This might be 50 attempts worth of boss. I got snagged on his leg trying to run around him, and that's happening all the time. Dead. Didn't have the time to drink. On a single swipe, you don't have the time to drink, so that was a hasty judgment. But it's just I'm getting trapped trying to deal with this slam. If he would just not use the slam for a while, I actually think that all the runs that I'm doing any better are just runs where he's not using the slam. Because every time he throws out that move, I eat it on the chin. And it messes up everything about this fight. It is distinctly possible that we will be doing nothing tonight but fighting Smelter Demon, like, maybe 20, 30 times, I don't know. These attempts aren't taking very long, so... Thrust dodge, I get the drink. I can also drink on dodging the lead. He actually doesn't take a lot of damage on that opening. For some reason I don't fully understand. Like, he just has extra defense there. Okay, I couldn't get the dodge off in time, but I was in neutral frames, so I don't know what happened. I have no actual idea what happened. I don't know if I got hit during dodge startup. I don't know how many frames it takes for the dodge to begin. What's my equipment load? 40%? That seems high. This armor's 2.6. What was my previous choice? 2.8, 3.9, 2.5 on North Order. Looks like this was my previous choice for magic resist, probably, but it's not better, even if it's lighter. This is 2.0. Did I have something lighter than this that was comparable? Looks like it's nowhere near comparable, so... Yeah, so I'm actually doing this fight with a pretty bad roll. Which might be part of what's killing me. I should honestly just try running around every single attack. Nope, I hooked back into that. Can I buff right here unperturbed? Yes and no. I got the buff off, so... Of course, I triggered a jump accidentally when I was trying to run. Of course. I'm still going to try running, though, because I think that's still kind of working. Like, I would have been in the right position if I had not accidentally triggered a jump. It's like... Gotta go into the device drivers for the friggin' controller and unbind left mouse click for a bit. Or left stick click. Ow. It's unpleasant. Yep, that random lightning bolt, I'll get killed. That guy has not done that pattern in like 12 runs of this room. This time he got angry and just ran at me. Like a lot faster. I'm taking that, but I'm gonna get my drink in. I triggered a jump again, which ate all my stamina, so I couldn't punish. And then he did the slam, and the slam wrecks my face. Almost killed me with the slam. If I go near him, I will die very randomly. There we go. Now I can drink. Okay, I was in the roll animation. Alright, I'm going back to simpletons. I'm definitely not getting any love from the fire ring. Okay. This does not feel like a good way of trying to take him on. Like just trying to run around him mindlessly almost. I'm gonna go back a little more orthodox, I guess. I just need to avoid the stupid slam. Every time I cut in close to him to try and pivot around him for the slam, I'm getting caught on like his knees, and that's what's getting me. That's what's killing me is his knees, like blocking me up because he's just barely not tall enough for me to roll between his legs. Yeah, take that lightning bolt guy. I dodged it that time. What the heck? Where does this dude get off? Okay, so for the slam, I'm either gonna I'm just gonna move backward. No, I can't move backwards. Once he gets in phase 3, his slam has an infinite forward reach, so you cannot back roll the slam as a reliable method, except for like the first 2 phases. And he goes into 3rd phase at like 60% health, so he's not like the Smelter Demon. Like the basic Smelter Demon actually spreads out his phases. Blue Smelter Demon is like, I took 2 hits, I'm going to phase 2. Burst. Okay, so that one I tried to dodge really late and it didn't work. There's the phase 2. That hit somehow. That was also a risky drink. I shouldn't do that. That didn't hit somehow. That hit somehow. So, if I dodge any later, the sword will literally be inside my character model. Like, I'm not getting the full distance on the dodge, so he's killing me during the dodge startup. Does that mean I need to dodge that earlier? But when I dodge earlier, he autocorrects and kills me during the dodge end lag. What the hell is the correct method for that move? Do I just have to constantly circle the boss so that when he starts up the move, I'm already moving behind him? That might actually be the stupid frickin' answer. I think I'm well past the point of there being a reasonable answer to avoid that attack. Yeah, just already don't be there when the attack is launching. Clearly, this is the way. Yeah, like, look, I'm nowhere near where that attack lands. I'm seriously gonna, like, I need to make a clip compilation of how that stupid slam works. The thrust is, like, moderately less stupid. Yeah. Okay. I need somebody to slow this video down frame by frame and tell me, like, what the frame data is on this guy's attacks and where they actually hit. I need the, like, I need, like, the smash chords, the smash hitbox version explanation of what this actually is. I need a mod in the game that highlights the blue Smelter Demon's hitboxes. That doesn't show me where his sword is, that shows me where his actual hitbox is. His hitbox does not match his sword, no freaking way. Hitbox is like 4 swords wide. Yeah, the knight moved to cut me off. He doesn't usually do that. He hasn't done that most of the rest of the times. That's the second time he's done it tonight. I could possibly try swapping in the headpiece as well, but I'll actually take hollowing if I do that. And unupgraded, that's like 8 more magic defense. There's no way that's worth it. What is that? It's not even 7 o'clock yet. My frustration is going to go to the absolute limit here. This is to go even further beyond. Excuse me. Just gonna go here, fight this boss. Oh, that hit me on the other side of the fog door this time. That's new. This wouldn't be the same content if the same thing happened on any 2 attempts. Sure, man. Sure. Let's see. I want to check something. Yeah, that reduced my equip load a lot. How good can my roll possibly be? Like, can I get it any better than this? 28% load? Alright. I'm going to try it like this for a bit without the vessel shield, which is utterly insane. The value that the vessel shield gives is, like, absurd. Huh. Does equip load affect your run speed? Because I feel a lot faster. Oh, lava hit stunned me into taking that slam. I'm still going to try the boss like this. Yeah, the Vessel Shield is +4 to Strength and Dex, and +1 to all other stats. So generally speaking, it's a no-brainer. As the value of +1 to all other stats actually ripples out. So our baseline defenses are also influenced by our stat totals, as well as our health. It's actually an odd little thing in Dark Souls. It's what's it called? You do get a little bit of health even for putting points in non-health stats. That slam didn't hit us this time. Alright, still dead. In basically the same way. It's like, you could probably see, you might be able to see the puffs of smoke when he did the third, when he landed on me from the leap. You can tell that I'm in the roll startup because that puff of smoke appears, and he killed me in the roll startup. So I need to roll earlier regarding that attack. And the problem is with my invuln frames being so strict on all these, I have no idea for most of these attacks if I'm rolling too early or too late. But like I was saying, I would need to see a frame data breakdown to know. My assumption has been, in a lot of these cases, that I'm rolling too early and getting hit after the roll. But for that one, I definitely got hit before my roll invuln started, so I rolled too late. Just like not the way any other leaping attack works from any other character, thank you. You know, I probably also need to roll towards him for the leap and try and land behind his landing position. Because I think his leap always has a forward bias. I'm not sure if his leap is actually targeted on me. I'll have to figure that out. Let me stop trying to face off against that, like, lava giant. I don't know why I've abandoned my, like, functional strategy of running around him. Oh yeah, because he decided to chase me down for 2 attempts in a row. And here he comes again. Alright, made it to the boss. Alright, let's have a good old fight. Okay. Did that hit my pinky toe? I'm confused. Nowhere near that one. For the slam that comes out of the triple hit, it's actually pretty clear that you can walk out of it. I got hit by the sweep, so... I mean, I guess I got hit by the sweep. I don't know how that worked, but it happened. I think going without the vessel shield is probably giving me some edge here. Like, this seems like it's a better rhythm because I think I'm getting more distance on the dodge roll, if only just a little. It's either that or he's just not using the slam, and I'm just doing better because he's not using the attack that it covers the entire map. You know what? I'm so tired of it. I'm gonna kill this guy. Or I'll get killed by random attacks. I was dead standing because I got hit in the back while I was in that backstab. And I couldn't trigger the backstab with like the 3 other attempts. It's actually pretty hard to trigger the backstab when I'm affected by the slow-moving curse. At least it doesn't work the way it does in Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 1, that is actually a no-rolling curse. You will get super dead. But there's only, the enemies that use it are only in one place and they don't have ranged attacks. Alright, made it to the boss. Okay, sure. I couldn't finish drinking before he did that stab. This frickin' guy. I'm still not getting him under 50% on most of my attempts. Also, like, I don't know how I got unlocked during that attempt. Like, I started off the fight locked. When did I unlock? I just found when he did the slam, it's like, oh, okay, suddenly I'm unlocked. My roll direction is kind of random. I got bogged down on the brazier, and I couldn't move the way I wanted to. And then that stab hit me all the way over here, even though I'm an entire character model away from the demon. And I don't mean a player character model. I mean, like, I am a Smelter demon away getting hit by this stuff. To think, these attempts are brought to you by the 5 or 6 hours I spent clearing out all the mobs in this stupid passage. thought that was too early, but it worked out. Burst. Start going for 3 hits on that from now on. Okay, no, I thought I had the telegraph better. I did not. And that still hit me. Of course it did, because it was the slam. I want to imagine there's a point in the slam where his rotation locks in and he stops pivoting. And I think the point when he stops doing that is when his sword touches the floor and not a second sooner. Yeah, I definitely dodged that first thrust wrong. It's a very persistent attack. Okay, I am gonna, like, take a moment. I'm gonna go into another tab. I'm gonna pull up another video on the blue Smelter Demon and watch it for a bit. Because something that I was watching earlier, I did not internalize. No, not that run. That run, he just got super lucky. Okay, I gotta watch one of these where he's somehow legitimately dodging the slam attack. Okay, no, the slam attack hit him there. He just didn't take damage for some reason. How did that dodge work? How did that even happen? Oh, that attack actually did hit him. He just didn't die. What the hell? This is a new game +7 run. How did he not die? This is a very potato recording quality. I feel no shame in watching this and not showing the stream. I would be ashamed to put this on for the stream. Wow, he actually staggered the boss. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So he's doing a constant pivot towards the right, and his dodges are actually forward rolls a lot of the time. I swear though, watching this run, the boss is not locking onto him the same way it is for me. For the slam attack specifically. Yes, the sweeps that come at him from the left, he's using a forward roll a lot of the time. And the sweeps that come from the right, he's using a right roll. Sometimes he uses a left roll and a left sweep, but mostly he's using a forward roll on that so that he can continue doing a right, kind of a radial pivot around the boss, which is how he's keeping his rhythm. And how he's, like, allowing the boss to whiff some attacks, which gets him more opportunities. Okay, staying locked on for about the full fight. He's dodging some leaping attacks that it doesn't look like he needs to dodge, but maybe there's something about the leap hitbox that I'm not understanding about what he's doing here. Okay, yeah, that one I think he dodged because it might have landed on him or something like that. Okay, okay. So, let's try and internalize that into the run. With SL1, you don't always have a lot of learning opportunity while you're in the middle of fighting the boss, so put Flynn's ring back on. I don't want to be fighting this boss forever. And I don't think the amount of manipulation of him doing all the equipment load is too big a deal. Why am I... Oh! The spell is increasing my burden. That's why it looks weird. That's how the spell works. You know, I can't remember if Dark Souls 2 has Happy's Ring. I think it doesn't. Okay, please just go through Mist. So we keep up a right pivot. Dodge that attack differently than that. So I messed up that dodge. But I didn't get hit by the slam for once. So maybe the slam has a hitbox that favors the boss's right side, and pivoting around him in this direction makes that a little easier to avoid. Because I've been using a left pivot for a lot of these attempts, and it's not working. I had not assumed the boss's hitbox was lopsided, but, you know, it's weird, so there's definitely something going on that needs to be accounted for. Alright, into the mist. Approach, we lock on, we start the right pivot. Okay, he went with a third slam and it hit my pinky toe. And I died. So I definitely still need to roll against the slam as the third attack. Ugh. didn't get that dodge off in time. Because I had not managed to start up my pivot. I did not get that off in time because I honestly didn't hit the button fast enough. It's things like this that make me feel like, you know, maybe save stating would be legit for this game. If I could just fight this boss without doing the thing before, like the stuff beforehand. I want to just keep walking to the boss room again and again and trying. And it only takes like 30 seconds to do this run path, but sometimes the run path screws up, I don't make it, and I have to do like a couple of attempts. It's getting old. Just kind of the known factor. The fact that this soldier doesn't always do the same thing is really messing me up. The fact that I take a lightning bolt before fighting the boss half the time is just kind of insulting. Okay. Okay. My entire character model is to the left of the sword from the boss's perspective. Okay, this explains why other people are just dodging into him sometimes for that attack. They're purely using invuln frames, and which means they're purely using a super tiny amount of invuln frames. Your invulnerability window on a dodge in Dark Souls 3 at this level is like somewhere between 1/4 of a second and 1/3 of a second. Actually, I think it's 1/4 second, and that's it. And apparently it's a different 1/4 second than the 1/4 second I used there. But that's just the way Dark Souls 2 mechanics works. It's like half as much invulnerability as Dark Souls 3. I'm going to do all this, and then a year from now I'm going to read an article and find out that something about your computer's processing messes up the amount of invuln you have on a dodge. It's like, oh yeah, if your video card is like this one, it processes your frames differently, and like your character's animations change. It like breaks the game. Or it's like, oh yeah, if your computer runs at this speed, you have less reaction window for this because the game plays faster. It's not like frame capped. I should actually wonder if the game is frame capped. I don't feel like it's playing at necessarily 60 FPS. Alright. Like, I even look at the replay after I die, and the dodge looks correct in the replay. There's no visible difference between my dodge and the dodge of somebody who's actually avoiding the attack. But the damage happens. What is actually happening? What is this game? That lightning bolt still hit me. I still took damage from that lightning bolt. I dodged too early on that one. Dodging forward made some weird things happen there. Like, there were a couple of times where I cut entirely through the boss, which has not been happening before. Still, though, if I take a full hit from something, I'm just going to burn to death from his stupid aura. Well, even if I don't take a full hit, if I take a hit mid-dodge, I'm going to burn to death from his aura. Even if I negate the stagger. Yeah, so I guess a dodge is broken down into invuln frames, armor frames, and, you know, screw you kid frames that don't matter. I feel like I should be luring this caster out to kill and trying to kill him like 10 times so this run is less annoying. But, you know, it's fine. I'm making it to the boss most of the time. Let's focus on the boss. Okay, that didn't hit me for once. Okay, I didn't get the dodge off in time because I was calculating like what to do about taking the hit. So dodging forward through the horizontal cut is definitely helping. Pivoting to the right is somewhat helping, but it's not reliable. Just like everything else in this boss fight. So, like, it's slightly more reliable than what I was doing before, which is fine. I'm surprised that arrow didn't just decide to kill me. First. Phase change. Mysterious slam hit. Early dodge. Done. I guess I'm going to have to start trying to roll into the slam. Is the roll forward somehow better than the side roll? I can't test in a vacuum because I'll be locked onto something, so it's different. Something tells me that the forward roll has a better startup than the other rolls. And that's part of why the forward roll is being used to avoid things, and I'm having better luck with it. Let me just try forward rolling more of the attacks, even when it makes no sense. Yeah, let's just assume forward roll is, like, mysteriously privileged. Because maybe this is a mechanic I just didn't know about over the course of this entire run, and forward roll is just way better than other rolls. Not that much better. I was in the wrong position to successfully back roll out of that or do anything else, so thought might as well try for the invuln. It wasn't going to work out better any other way. Interesting thing about this fight is kind of that, like, there are too many Qs. Like, the boss is doing an animation and he's doing a loud sound, and the loud sound is the same for every single attack, even when the timing's different. The animations for the thrust is very similar to some of the other attacks. It's part of why I'm like screwing up on the thrust. Come on, man. That arrow almost killed me just regardless. Alright, whatever. I just couldn't hit the button in time there. Turned like that was like a not a 180, that was like a 120-degree pivot to hit that attack. I did not think he could pivot that much for that attack, for the comboed out version of the slam. I thought the comboed out version of the slam was restricted in how much he could correct his facing. Surprised I didn't get lightning bolted a little sooner. Yeah, there's like a specific notch in the controller, and you ignore whatever else is happening in your life and just hold to that notch. You want to phase up? Nah, because I was expecting you to phase up. I wanted to heal. Okay, yeah. There's a very specific, like, point on the controller in terms of where the joystick needs to be. And you just hold that direction for dear life and ignore anything else that's happening with the boss. And mysteriously, you get to the right spot most of the time. There's only, like, one attack that needs to be dodged differently at all from that. And it's just, like, it's like just the forward slight right direction, or the right slight forward direction. I'm still kind of getting the exact muscle memory down for it. Because basically, I start fighting the boss, and the moment I hold a direction that's slightly different from that, and I need to compensate. Like, if I backstep, I just need to be able to return to the correct orientation, and then I can do the rest of the fight. That actually interrupted my Estus. Does not happen most of the time. That got me. That's about the right direction, though. It feels like it's about the 2 o'clock, but maybe not quite. But yeah, some of his attacks just miss there. The only thing you have to do differently is you have to adjust a little bit for the swipe from the left. And I think sometimes, no, because if he jumps, you just want to roll forward if you're going to roll. So that's not an adjustment. Ow. Ow. Alright. I have no idea what that hitbox was. Like, I'm looking at the replay there, and I don't know. Did I get killed by his knee? I think I got killed by his knee. I can see it now. I need to learn to edit, first of all. And I'm just going to make a highlight reel of this stream, and then I'm going to post it, and the video is going to be titled, I spent 4 hours being killed by the Smelter Demon. And it's going to be set to like, bum 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 bum. And that happens. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Womp 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 womp. And then it's gonna have a bit where he's killing me with leap attacks. It's set to Ride of the Valkyries. Bum ba da dum bum bum ba da dum bum ba da dum bum ba da dum. Shh, dead. Yeah, I didn't dodge the second cut because I thought I could step through it, or step under it. I was not quite at the right spacing to do that. I needed to, on some of my earlier dodges of the sweep coming from his right, I needed to wait a little longer, and I did that correctly like the first 2 times this time through. I wonder if there's like an actual sound to the whoosh of the blade cutting through the air, and maybe I can react to that for the horizontal cuts. It's like sometimes I can get in the groove and react to absolutely redonkulous sound cues. Okay, almost died there. Didn't quite, so we get to fight the boss. Cool. yet. Okay, I didn't get the dodge off in time. Hit you in the crotch for that. I should not have reset my facing on that. Okay. I guess I needed to dodge more towards him on that. I think. I don't honestly know. I'm really not sure if I'm improving on this boss fight. Okay, sure. I'm gonna maybe see if I can try to turn my brain off a little and do the fight. Like, oh, my internet connection just die? Or was it just Steam? Let's see, is the stream running? It looks like the stream is running, right? Yep. The stream is still going. Okay. It's just Dark Souls with Steam being weird. Okay. That happened because I got hit. Don't get hit. If I get hit, I'll get full comboed. I should just set down the controller if I take a clean hit. So I'm not even sure I know how the properties of hit stun even work in this game. Boss. All right. Okay. That hit me because I did not dodge to the left through it. I did not dodge into the hitbox. Dodge into every hitbox. It makes no sense, and it's theoretically the best way to do this. Theoretically. As much as I would love to be away from every hitbox, it's not in the cards. Oh. Archer had it out for me there. Okay. Oh, I didn't hear the bowstring that time. So, you know, it's as consistent as everything else. Running for about this corner seems to be when that guy activates. If he starts running towards me, I'm basically just gonna take a hit. Whoa! What are you doing? Buddy, you don't come down here. Okay, let's see. Don't want to compromise on those things. I don't want to change that. Let's try this. How much less attack power do I have with that orient? Oh my god, a lot less. Boom. Oh my god, I can't get this up. It's giving me like 7 vitality. I think half my health bar is because of that ring. What if we go Flins instead of Simpletons and do this configuration? I mean, it's good damage, it's a worse roll. Let's just keep experimenting. Probably dead now. Yeah, no way I was going to survive that. So, it's really not viable for me to kill this giant the number of times I need to kill him with these other guys focused on me. But killing those other guys requires me to run the Fireball Gauntlet at least 10 times. The double Fireball Gauntlet, because it's not just the one Fireball Gauntlet. And I've died in the Fireball Gauntlet plenty enough. If I'm getting to the boss half the time, I should just keep taking this run, right? It's either that, or I bait down the caster. Or I take the first fireball run, kill that guy, bait down that caster, kill this axeman several times. Honestly, barely get away with killing that axeman. Okay, the caster's coming out here, so let's kill him. if any of those guys would stop spawning, it would really make my day a little bit. So, is there anything I can throw at you to make you come down? Can I like randomly jank my way up this? No, because I can't jump while I'm affected by this curse, so I can't even like try to make it up to him. But if his curse wears off, I can dodge the other guy a lot more easily. Okay, I dodged that, but whatever. I dodged that, but I dodged it to the side instead of under, and I already know that it's better to dodge that under. So, that was a tactical error. I just make these errors more often when I have to not make it to the boss for 3 or 4 runs, because I keep getting clocked by the knight. By the giant, or whatever, the golem. Whatever he is, I keep getting clocked by him. Yep, got shot. Cursed, then shot. Okay, I'm gonna try to clear out the rest of this place. Seriously getting me at my wit's end. I am not able to make the lessons of fighting this boss stick while these mobs are around. Like, okay, dodge like this, and then I screw up once and I'm dead, and I have to do this whole thing again, and I'm not going to make that run this time, because I got hit by a fireball. Back to the regular route. It's like I'm even dying in the second chamber. The first chamber is the only gimme. So once I get hit by that curse, it's all a crapshoot. That archer gets on me. I can't kill this guy because I can't maneuver while I'm cursed. These astrologians, man. And even this first astrologian is behind 2 of these fireball gauntlets, not just the first one. That's right. If I roll through one of the fireballs, it will negate the stun of the fireball, which will allow me to make the rest of the run. Did this one still have the swordsman? Because I think I stopped doing this to avoid the swordsman. Yeah, I did. So I still have to kill these guys. And avoiding them was turning out to be a bit inconsistent, which is why I had stopped doing this. Because they love to preemptively do that stab. Or to do it to punish my heal. Okay, so I'm going to finish killing these guys so I can kill the casters, so I can have a consistent run on the boss. The battle axe is more effective for killing these guys, and I'm going to put the vessel shield back on. What do they even have in this slot? What's different about my gear right now? I don't have something equipped. Actually, this is pretty similar to my standard SL1 kit. I'm pretty weighted down. I'm at 35% equip weight, and it feels like my dodge roll is bad. That's right, I've got the Simpleton's Ring changed out right now for the spell quartz. Okay, second fireball veered left, so I die. also about the timing of the second fireball. If it has more delay, I'll be tucked away safely. I can't logically internalize the difference in that between that run and the last one. It's like a slightly different second fireball that happened there. I'm barely not able to make that, but it looks like the other swordsman. It looks like that was the last hurrah for the other swordsman. So it's just the one guy left. Not sure how many spawns he has left. Probably another like 4 or 5 or something. I don't even care about trying to fight the archer while cursed at the moment. I'm so done with this curse. I can still make it with that fireball hitting me. I wasn't sure. Didn't make it. Yeah, once the swordsman's gone, I think I can make that hallway in a clean run. I think that it's a little wider than the first one. Oh, he did the heal. Yeah, I can't kill them fast enough to deal with the heal. Alright. 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 Still chipping away at that swordsman. Taking a minus 44 on what those black robes are providing me. What's the location of the old witch's set? That's the set that I don't think that set has these same requirements. Black witch set. So it's a guaranteed drop from an NPC invader gutter denizen in the gutter who is encountered past the central gutter bonfire at the bottom of the pit. All sconces in the area must be lit for the invader to appear. Let's try to farm a set. I already jumped down. We're going to take another attempt at this. I'm hoping it's only the sconces for the second bonfire. Okay, never mind. I have to actually like meaningfully dodge every single one of these fireballs because they can just go straight at me. It looks like I can't just pick a side and run down it. It's not going to work. Okay, let's see. central gutter. I should be able to use the mace in one hand and light a torch, I think. No, I can't, because the I can do that if I equip the strength ring. Because my offhand here is going to have to be a torch. But here we go. Alright, so I got to refamiliarize myself with this location a bit. Thankfully, we're a good bit stronger than before. I can go back to the peasant set while I'm here. Okay. Take my time at this a bit. So I need to make sure I'm getting all the sconces and dealing with a lot of these guys. Because these enemies are still very, very deadly. You get straight up two-shot. So, okay, so it's at the bottom of the area. I have to light up all the sconces along the way, I believe, is going to be the way that works. Okay. Alright, I had forgotten the one-handed attack patterns are different. Rotten pine resin. What is in here? Great club, not a trap. Surprising. Oh, I guess we'll just have people dropping on us for this. But these will stay lit once lit. Dark fog spell and a torch, I guess. Okay. I believe this is about the area where that character will appear if all the torch sconces are lit. So where have we not lit a torch sconce is going to be the question. I'm hoping that I can backtrack through this area without too much complication. Okay, so I'm going to assume it's higher than that one. Let's see. Got maybe this. Okay, so it's not there or there. How much higher up will we have to climb to light the torch that isn't lit? Looks like it'll be at least all the way up here. Down pies. How about down this ladder? What do we have here? Oh, no torch sconces there. None over on that platform. Oh. I didn't look carefully enough, I guess. Okay. I'm going to assume that I need to light something that's a little bit prior to this. Let's see, it said the second bonfire. All the sconces in the area lit. So this is probably going to be relative to something that's like further back. Oh my god, I get poisoned. Surprising nobody. But I see a torch sconce over there. But I think that's higher in elevation, so I don't know if I can make that jump. Oh hey, I made it. Didn't die. What a nice surprise. Kill you. Aromatic ooze, not bad. I'm hearing all sorts of stuff moving around. It's very much what the gutter's like. This is breakable, just to mess with you. Just like this is breakable. As an explosive guy, and a guy with a torch. Sip a little Estus. Okay, looks like there's nothing below me. Can I get back up? I don't see a means of going back up. Maybe that isn't breakable. Okay, so let's see. Nothing. None of these. Okay. Well, if it's all in the area, it might count the area before the bonfire we're using right now, so I may have to go back to that. Especially since, like, there's certainly some dark areas over in that direction that I can't quite make out. Looks like there's even a... I thought I saw a fog wall for a moment. Okay, so we haven't been through here. Okay, and we're dead. Hooray for the gutter. Okay, so there's a fog wall there. I think that leads to the little cave segment, right? With the giant bug thing? I thought I'd gone through there. How is that still a thing? I'm just gonna run over there. With, possibly a reckless disregard for my safety. Okay, yeah, it's not a fog wall, it's a fog-producing creature. The distinction is frankly obnoxious. Oh, great. I didn't quite make that roll correctly, I guess. Look at that in the replay. Okay, yeah, the replay does not show me why that failed. It's very unclear. I'm going to warp back to the first bonfire in the area and kind of renegotiate the area itself. And while I'm at it, if I switch off to the Dex ring, I think I can use the rapier instead. And that seems better. Yeah, looks like we meet the requirements, so I travel to the first gutter bonfire. The upper gutter. And we're going to try to make sure we get every single sconce in the gutter. Because apparently, like, secret armor sets are just pretty valuable sometimes. Yeah, there's certainly a number of sconces that I have not bothered with. Looking down there for sconces before I proceed. I don't see any straight away. So I'm going to move across the bridge to another sconce here. Check over here. Ah, free poison throwing knife. Neat. And we have another sconce up over here. This area below me is certainly traversable. Sconce up there. Okay. And a sconce right here. Here. Collecting them all. Okay, this drops us back at the opening spots. This is a nice little loop there. Go back to the spot where we were at in terms of our work, which is loosely here, then up here, and this time we're not going to drop down there. I'm going to see if I can jump across to that. I can. Tricky jump, but we got it. Alright, doesn't look like there's a ladder up and down here. There's an already lit sconce. And there's a man coming to try and kill me with a torch. He's dealt with. There's a sconce over there that I can see. I'm assuming the route to it is up over there. So, we're going to see about working on that in a moment. Okay, so there's a sconce down there. As for the enemies here, I'm pretty sure most of these guys are attracted to us for the fact that we're carrying a torch. Hence all of this attention. Yeah, heading down here. Got a lot of poison junk. Stamina to come back. That thing's dead. Alright. Lighten another sconce. That sconce is the only reason I actually entertained coming down to that area. Now I'll come back up here. And I wanted to take a look up here, but first, we've got another sconce back here. Yeah, I skipped a heck of a lot of sconces in this first section of the gutter because honestly, who wants to be here that long? Okay. And looking at this other structure, which I assumed I had to get on top of, I don't see a ladder or another way up. Okay. Yep, honestly no idea. So, let's see what's next to figure out. Well, I can't see the other side of this bridge, so there's probably a missing light source over there. And yep, oh, it's a sconce party. Let's light it up. Alright. This looks breakable, maybe? Oh, maybe not with this weapon. Well, it looks like I should probably actually just cross this bridge again and backtrack a little bit, because it seems like I can't make further progress in that direction. Yeah, not everything you can jump off of is something you should jump off of here. So now we'll be heading across this bridge. No. All sorts of things really trying to one-shot us. So that area, I think the last time I was here, my general game plan was to jump down to that. Okay, and I'm going to take a look down there. I believe I've already explored that a little bit earlier. There's maybe an offshoot over there that I'm not sure I've been over to. So I might have to make a jump onto that. big old leap. And I know I've been down to that other area, so yep. Let's try this jump. Okay, that was maybe a bit more fall than I wanted, but we're here now. Okay. Kind of you to drop in. Ha ha ha. Okay, we've got an enemy there, but we've got a sconce that we need to light. Now it's lit. Now I'm gonna climb on up. I didn't quite see any more than one sconce there. And there's a sconce up here, as well as a guy I'm gonna stab. Apparently a couple guys I'm gonna stab, because I locked onto this guy without actually seeing him. Okay, I don't see any further sconces below me, so we'll light this sconce. And we'll stay on the move. Hey guys, what about a secret NPC that only shows up if you light every single torch sconce in a big ol' area? And they can drop the second best resistance set in the game for spell damage. Oh, look, more sconces. I mean, it is a nicely different looking gutter when you're done. This has the subtle appeal of, like, janitorial work. It's like, the satisfaction of things being clean. I think that's the fall I took earlier. I just, like, rolled all the way through before. Huh. This looks vaguely ominous. Oh wow, didn't even break that. Oh my god. Oh, there's the Havel's gear. Well, that's where that is. Noted. Okay. Well, at least I can find, at least I can feel like I found something mildly valuable in that. Alright, so if I have found all the sconces, which I'm not entirely sure of, I want to check back here one more time. Okay, not seeing any. If I have found them all, I need to validate that by going back to the bottom area after the second bonfire, with all of the sconces in the entire area lit. But that's only if that's the case, and I think I had looked at some other areas that were conspicuously dark. Kind of feeling that was the case. So we drop off here to reconnect with this over here. And I feel the conspicuous darkness was kind of off in this direction. Okay, I can see a point that I might be able to jump to there. The angle's going to be tough. I also feel like I should probably equip Silvercat here. This is a bit of a long drop. So I think if I jump from about this point, I might be able to make it. Okay, oh, we actually got this rooftop. It's a little better than expected. So I'm going to make a slow drop here. And then another slow drop. Looks like here. That guy looks a lot like the dudes at the Hyde Tower of Flame. Uh-oh. But he does look a little different. Like, this character even has a slightly unique appearance. Can I break through any of this? No? I don't know. Are you conversational? Okay, he's not starting a conversation. I'm not going to throw the first punch against this guy. He looks tough. Got all the Oris gear. Who are you, buddy? He's got arrows in his face. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, so this is definitely an underexplored area because we found the Oris gear and the Havel's gear, and there's another gear set that we're trying to get. There's an Estus flask shard that I hadn't gotten before, so now we can get up to 10 Estus. That's kind of nice. A bandit great axe, I suppose. Which is probably not the most important thing, but it's here. Soul of a proud knight, that's decent. Okay, and then up at the top here, we've got a connection to take us back somewhere. And there's a torch sconce up here. Maybe even in more of this area. It's a bit of an unsafe drop. Okay, this is nothing but unsafe drops. This is actually similar to a dropping area from before. Okay. And these are more structures that I have no idea how to get on top of. Okay. What about the room below here? Is that lit? I saw the glow of an item down there. Another sconce. Titanite chunk, that's actually kind of nice. Meticulous this place is. Absolutely meticulous. Okay, now that puts us back over here. This random dude. I am honestly maybe a little bit more comfortable falling to my death rather than trying to make it out of this place. Who are you? What are you? Okay, so I'm going to use an aged feather and go to the second bonfire, and then we'll go to the bottom of this place and see if that invader spawns. If the invader hasn't spawned, then I have missed a sconce somewhere. In this entire place, somewhere. And this is assuming that we're counting the entire gutter in terms of the lit sconces. It's possible that only the lower gutter counts. That would be a lot easier, but I got no idea. Okay, here we go. I did not mean to do that, but I totally missed how that worked. Well, everything's all lit though. That's nice. Okay, let's try that again, but better. Alright, everybody enjoying this nice, brightly lit version of the gutter? I hope so. Not letting me correct onto another target. Okay, seems like I'm missing a bonfire, or a sconce. Check the other side of this for sconces. I don't know if there are any or if they count. I mean, there's at least one. And then after that is Black Gulch. Okay. So, I've got no idea. Which basically puts us back where we were in terms of fighting the Smelter Demon. Our setup is no better. And I don't think I'm about to get a better setup. Alright, let's try a rendition of the fight with this setup, where I'm still using mostly peasant's gear, but I'm using the different ring. What's my stockpile of bluebirds look like? I've got 5. I could buy a bunch, theoretically. I still kind of want to kill the mages, but I really just want to make attempts on this stupid boss. Looks like I have a more consistent run there if I wait for the first curse to go away before I aggro the second guy. I wasn't in range there. Don't have to worry about life gems for much longer. Ah, shoot. Coming back to the boss after doing something else, that was actually a pretty decent attempt. Better than a few others. Phase 3 is still, like, just wicked intimidating at this point. I think the spell ring helps a bit. It's, like, almost imperceptible, but we're gonna stick with it. So we're using the spell and the simpleton, so we're giving up on third dragon is the change. Which I guess is alright. Yeah, our equipment load seems really high. But I guess it's kind of been that way for a while, actually. So if I wait here for that spell to go away, I think that's going to help my run. Yeah, now it faded. Now I do this run. Yeah, that actually helped a lot. First. Wasn't close enough. If you could leap, that would be great. First? No. Ah, I didn't dodge fast enough. Okay, I actually feel like I've got the fight now. I found the rhythm. Finally. I've only been fighting this guy for 6 hours. You know what? If I beat him with the Bright Bug, I'll take it. If I don't beat him, I'm going to say that the run is preserved as a Bright Bugless run. I'll put a disclaimer in the description that says, like, no bosses were killed using a Bright Bug buff. Not for lack of trying, but we'll see what happens. You gonna come down or not? Looks like that's a no. Okay, I think the Brightbug aura is, like, being visually overwritten, but I should still have the effect. Yeah, I definitely do. More stamina. But it was okay. No burst. No burst again. No burst. It was dicey. I want him to come out of this corner. Okay, we're close. I'm getting more coffee. I'm out of coffee. I'm making more tea. It's too late for coffee. I shouldn't have more coffee this late. Okay. So the Brightbug won't last the whole fight either way, so I'm not going to bother using it. I just need to keep cleanly dodging, and I need to hope he doesn't back into a corner quite as much. That's throwing me off a bit. It makes it a lot harder to deal with certain things. But I finally got the dodge timing down for a lot of his stuff. And my goodness, if it has not been the most frustrating guy in all of Dark Souls 2. So wait here for this debuff to vanish. Use one pine resin here. Run in. Yeah. So long as the debuff isn't on me immediately, I can just run past that guy. No burst. Hit a little bit there. Bummer. Okay, second phase. Bring to that. I'll rebuff for his third phase. If you could have left there, that would have made me a happy boy. Walk a little more to the center, please. There we go. Okay. Drink, rebuff, shroom. take that. I needed to either drink or use another mushroom, so I backed up a bit to try to facilitate that, and that might have thrown off my groove a little bit. The delayed slash is a little bit trickier when I get really accustomed to dodging the non-delayed slash. The fight is like just barely set up that I am going to need a drink along the course of the fight. Just barely. Like, even if I don't take any hits, I will still need to Estus at some point. Yeah, it's like the point where I don't have to consciously process every single decision I make during the fight is the point when I, like, start to feel close. Ah, come on. That's cheap and you know it. I was like, where am I right now? What's this? Where's this gonna put me? Very off-kilter, very strange. You know, I wonder if the reason this is working now is because the angle of his hit is a little less when you're closer to him. Because, like, when you think about it, if he's performing a sweeping attack, then the amount of overlapping area between where a sweep will hit compared to, like, where you are, if you're... Because it's like it's going to form a wedge. And if you're closer to the center of that wedge, there's less surface area that you might interact with, as opposed to if you're further out in the wedge, it's a bigger area. I'm gonna have to, like, man, I gotta upgrade my streamer foo, because, like, if for instance Jorbs was talking about this, he'd be, like, busting out an app and he'd start scribbling on the screen to demonstrate with, like, a rudimentary chart what he's explaining about the probabilities of things. Jorbs is another streamer that I really enjoy, and he's a very relaxing, chill guy, very strategic. His, like, core games have been XCOM, is where he made his big break, I believe, and he plays a lot of Slay the Spire. This month, he's actually trying a lot of new games, which is kind of interesting. I think I saw a headline from one of his streams or one of his YouTube videos that he was trying to play 100 games this month. Or that he had a big old list. Maybe he doesn't have a deadline for it, he's just working through it, I'm not sure. But he's a highly analytical guy. He is either tied for holding or, like, close to the world record for consecutive wins at the highest difficulty level of Slay the Spire. And that record win streak is at or near 14 wins. I believe 14 is Jorb's record. I don't recall if that's the current top streak. Barely got away from that slam there. I'll rebuff here. Just extend that timer out. I thought that was a bit of a bad dodge, but it worked. Draw you more to the middle. Yeah, I'll have time to get back that stamina. Okay. Screwing up my second dodge in the chain there. And the second dodge is actually the easy one. Like, I can preemptively perform the second dodge. The first dodge has to be very delicately timed. And it does seem that for the slam, I was dodging too early. That was the problem. I can now definitively say I was dodging too early for the slam in a lot of cases, which is what was allowing him to correct onto me and murder my ass. So this is a lot of how some things work that I've done before. Like, I play Beat Saber a good bit, and I find that sometimes I'll practice a song for a while, and I'll hit a wall, and I won't be able to improve. And then I step away from it for about 2 days, and when I come back, I perform a lot better. I don't think that's necessarily about, like, letting the pressure off, per se. I think it's about, I don't know, something about the knowledge changing its handling in your brain. That you're going off of, like, you're converting from short-term memory to mid-term memory or something. That's the burst. The difference on the burst versus not appears to be about, like, shoulder action versus wrist action. No, that's not correct. I'm glad he chose the burst there. I was worried I would not get a healing opportunity at all. Rebuff again. Seemed to withdraw his sword faster that time. Ah, that was actually very delayed. And he did it again. Okay, is his handling of that different in the third phase? So maybe I need to stop doing this preemptive dodge thing that I'm doing. Or if I'm going to keep doing it in the third phase, I need to unlock and change the trajectory. Because in the first and second phase, that preemptive dodge is working fine. But it looks like in the third phase, he's delaying the swing, which is weirding me out. I did not think he could do... Well, I guess he can do slow. It's just, if he does fast, he's guaranteed to do slow, I think. There are just a couple guaranteed things in this fight, and that's like, it's not a lot to go off of. You know, I know by the number of gold pine resin that, I know I started with about 70, so this has been about 22 attempts at least. I mean, more or less. There are some of these attempts I'm using multiple gold pine resins. There have been a couple attempts where I don't use any. I don't think it quite evens out, but it might be close. Trying to keep a very constant evaluation of how many swings I'm allowed for every given opening. Reapply the resin. He's going to want to pulse on that. Yeah, I had to get away or I was going to burn to death after taking that hit. It's a really bad hit to take. You really, really can't take a single hit in third phase. Because the radial damage is ever so slightly random. Like, it's just hard to predict getting outside of it. The best runs of this guy still take that damage for being near him. Some of these dodges I've made have made me want to think, take that, like, I'm too good to get hit by that. And if I voice that out loud, I will die in 2 seconds. Just when I wanted to back up. I really wish this guy would not stand in corners so much. But he loves it, man. He super loves standing in corners. It's either his attack patterns are going to move him forward, or he's going to backstep out of something, and then he's going to sit in a corner and, like, do buffs and weird stuff. And I can't actually, like, bait him back out of the corner in third phase, because he'll just do, like, a full room attack. And I will not be in the right spot to deal with it. It's annoying to have to wait here, but at least it's consistent. The next time I need to heal in third phase, I'm going to use an Elizabeth Mushroom instead of an Estus Flask. I only have 3 mushrooms left to do that with. So, let's hope that works out. Yeah! I got snagged on the boss room, like, exit there. stamina is pretty low. That is alright if we're at the phase transition. Okay, so for phase 3, remember, if we need to heal, use a mushroom, not a flask. Also, don't get hit by that attack. Way too early on that dodge. I don't think using the mushroom changed that fight in that case. There are other cases where it would change it more. It's just tough, man. It's a lot of precise dodges in a row. And we're doing better, but I think he's just a little bit happier on the delayed attacks in his third phase. Like, he seems to favor those a bit more. And it's messing me up. There's also certainly, like, a bit more visual clutter when he's got the sword on fire. It's like, I have to interpret a thing that's, like, glowy and indistinct. And it doesn't have the same kind of telegraphing change as the Fume Knight's sword. What I noticed on the Fume Knight's sword when I was last fighting him is when he's doing the Dark Sword cut, there's kind of like 3 distinct color and visual shifts that his sword goes through when he's performing that attack. And like right as he's starting the cut, it turns into this more like active burning thing. Almost like a flamethrower at the last second. That was way too premature. Couple unnecessary dodges here and there. Stamina low. Sim Estus, refresh the resin. Alright, phase 3, let's go. That delay is brutal. I'm glad I bet on that. Come on, bro. Give me some love. More stamina, please. I need him to do something that lets me heal. I can heal on that. This is a late heal, but I got it. I really wanted 2 swings out of that. No burst. Stop back rolling. Jesus. Get out of the corner. I would love to fight this boss in like an arena with 30%, just a 30% bigger arena, not a tiny cubicle. So I was getting some whiffs in that fight. Like there were attacks that I made there that just didn't land. My stamina management was a little shoddy, And some of that is about non-landed attacks. Some of that is about extra dodges that I don't need to do. That was also like the first rendition of the fight in a long time where I felt really pressured by his aura. Oh, come on. Ah, that was like just a little too early. And that was his aura killing me. Which is a bummer. I was trying to find the heal opportunity. I was only a little bit off on that slam dodge. I don't believe I finally found a consistent, like, time for the slam dodge. Alright. We've had some pretty close attempts at this point. Any of these could be the one now. Nope. That's not going to be it. At least I got T. It helps. It's been 3 hours. We took maybe a 20-minute break from the boss over the course of this. It's mostly just been the boss. And this hallway. A little bit of gear fiddling. Ow. Zagged when I should have zigged. Oh, come on. I don't want to see that attack. Well, that'll even my resin time, but whatever. Cap off a little. I want to walk him more towards the center while I can. barely enough time for this. Ah. I messed up what that telegraph was, because he hadn't done that in so long. Uh-oh. Yeah, I got pinned. Oh man, that was going pretty well until then. Trying to be a little bit more daring about the openings I take and my stamina management, because when he doesn't delay the swing, I can usually still get away from the second one even with pretty minimal stamina. When he does delay the swing, I can get stamina to recharge before I need it. I'm getting a little better at zigzagging that arrow as well. Wait for this to go away. Yeah, I think I'm down to the point on the boss now where, like, managing his position is becoming one of my major foibles. And, like, I don't know how to manage his position better. He kind of goes where he wants, and I'm just kind of coping with it. Yeah, recognizing that successfully is a big opening for me. Okay, he didn't do the burst, so I'm not quite dead. And we re-res it. Nice. That's a burst. Okay, I got a little bound up on something, but this will give me a drink, which I desperately needed. We did not have time for a drink and a mushroom. That was too much. I was pounding on dodge at the end there, too. Crap. Alright. That was pretty good. Stupid aura damage is intense. It's around the same point in the fight when the aura damage is, like, kind of pressuring me out. And it becomes difficult to find a heal opportunity there. The proper heal opportunities is whenever he does the burst, but I need to read the burst really early to safely get the heal. If I try to heal prematurely and he doesn't do the burst, it puts me in a very dangerous state. And if I don't read the burst early enough and I heal late, it puts me in a really dangerous state. I mean, this is like the only fight where the healing meta is this complicated. The meta choice of whether or not you heal is super impactful here compared to other fights where the correct answer is, like, just don't get hit, don't heal, you won't need to, and that'll be your good run. Okay, that was a random hit. That was an extra dodge. Solid recovery there. I didn't actually get killed by the swing. I got killed by like a little extra tick from the core health. From the aura. But getting hit by the swing is still the mistake that like ultimately got me. I mean, if I didn't get hit by the swing, I wouldn't be dead. So there's that. When I'm doing the dodge, I see that the goal is to brace myself against his foot, so that I don't roll all the way into him. And when I do that correctly, I'm taking less damage from the aura. This fight is, like, too absurdly technical for what it is, man. There's a little too much going on in too small of a container. I just resigned myself that if he was going to do the burst, I was going to take a hit. Man, this arena's laggy too. Come on, man. That was so early. He did 2 of the quick cuts, and then that was a slow cut. I can hit him 3 times on that. Aw. I almost killed myself for greed there, like, maybe twice. Come on, back to the middle, please. Just a little bit. Okay, that has gone poorly. I didn't die. Come on. Just let me get my hits in. This is the follow-up ambiguity. You, like, wind up missing a lot of opportunities, and it's super frustrating to watch. It's like, I have to identify if he's going to move or not, and all of his telegraphs are harder to see when he's, like, on fire like that. I almost want to mod the game to just make the fire invisible. I'd have a better time. Because his hitboxing doesn't change that much. That's an interesting thought. I don't feel like that would actually be cheating in the game. Like, removing an effect that is visually clutter. Is that even advantageous if you're hiding part of the enemy's hitbox? Like, I wonder how the One Bro community would think about that. I don't know, I imagine the community would be pretty much purists. That might be my own bias. I really don't like modding stuff. It's a lot of work, and I tend to think it's necessary for games where the programmers are kind of lazy. I am panic rolling there, and I'm losing damage on it. Yeah, we can do 3 hits there. At least in this phase. Of course, the number of hits we can actually get, it's kind of subjective to the boss. Occasionally just saying no like a big asshole. I ran out of mushrooms, didn't I? Please come more to the middle. I want to fight you in the middle. I ran out of stamina. Okay, so if I actually do a 3-shot punish, I'm gonna miss the opportunity to punish subsequent attacks. Which is the downside of the battle axe. If I was using the mace, I'd be able to go a bit harder on that, which might ultimately result in more damage. I mean, I think there's, like, maybe even another mace that's a wieldable weapon that does a good job here. One of the runs I was watching was using a distinctly different mace that I don't super recognize. Whatever happens here, I've at least learned something about how to dodge those other guys' attacks. The archers, that is. After this attempt, I need to check my item box to see if I have that mace or not. I might need to look at some other reference to see, like, what that weapon is. I don't know exactly why that was chosen for that particular run, but of the videos I watched, that was the one that was on the highest difficulty. That's the strong auto correction. Knew that was going to happen. I swear he chooses to do that only when he knows that I'm in a really bad position in the arena in terms of the burst. I mean, it doesn't help that it takes up a third of the arena. That is just the way that ability works. So, let me see, in the item box for weapons, I need to check over here. I think it's one of these. Huh. That does spell damage? I don't think it would be a spell damage one. I think it might have been the old Night Hammer, from the look of it. Is that wieldable? What's the requirement on that? Requires 30. There's no way I could hold that. Let's see, visually. I feel like he had a smaller weapon than this. I'd have to take it off to put it away. That makes sense. So the other thing I thought it might have been was the Mace of the Insolent from the look of it. This requires 10 faith. That's definitely not it. Yeah, a lot of the runs were just using the Mace. And I get that, I've seen that all the time. Put away a couple of things. Yep. A lot of these are impossible. That away. We don't need 2 of those. Not gonna use that. Can't use those. The Bone Fist. Those are not practical. Does the Great Club differ from the Large Club? Yeah, it requires slightly more stats. It's very, very similar. Ladle. Okay, I've got plus 103 on the hammer. On the Craftsman's hammer, I've got plus 95. That's a 7 difference, and it hits 10 harder. So this is actually maybe a slight improvement. And it is resonable. Let's see, was this one better than the Blacksmith's hammer? I feel like the Blacksmith's hammer was stronger. So this is a 345. And this one is a 372. This is heavier though, right? Yeah, by like a 3% equip load. I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's distinctly changing anything. Let's try this. I think it's a shorter weapon than the battle axe, I think, but feels like it's faster. Like distinctly. And we can use it in 2 hands because of the vessel shield, so why not? Let's try it out. think I'm honestly just looking for excuses in terms of experimentation. This is like 290, this is 280. 290 plus 82 versus 280 plus, I think, 90 something. It's very similar. Thinking it might have a slight edge in damage at the cost of range and the fact that it doesn't sweep. Yeah, the burden effect is making us fat roll for a bit. Yeah, because we were at 70% load for a bit there. That's a lot of damage. Slurp. Let's reset the fight a bit. Burst. Okay. Phase shift. It's a very delayed swing. It didn't get me. Woo! I can drink on that. Please come a little more front and center. Slurp. Burst. Smackety, smackety doo. Woo! I can drink to that. Ooh, the timing was bad. I was a little late. I like the hammer, though. It definitively does more damage. I am coming back to the problem where, like, that aura is killing me faster than I'm killing the boss. I'm gonna try changing out just the main piece for the black robes. Should give a big chunk of magic armor. Actually, come to think of it, I swapped out the ring, didn't I? No, I'm still using the spell defense ring. Oh, whoops, I wasn't supposed to drop down that soon. Oh, shoot, now that guy's casting the curse. Oh, come over here. Hey, buddy. Ah, the archer shot me. Dude over there is kind of rude. But we should be able to make this run now. There we go. I wonder if I can repeat that on that caster and get him to stop spawning. I'll try that next time. The first time I tried to drink, it didn't take, so I just tried to drink again, and that was a mistake. If you drink, what's it called? After the second swing, his delay is long enough that you can drink so long as he doesn't go for the overhead slam. So there's a window where you can make that choice. I overstayed that welcome. Do not have a lot of lightning resin left, and I am also going to need it for the boss after this. If I go for Dark Lurker next. I think I'm going to keep trying to go for Luddenzalan after this. Like, trying to get through the frigid outskirts, that is. Ow, man. You guys play... I died from that fall? Oh my god. That fall shouldn't do damage. I didn't think that fall did any damage. I guess it does, though. Alright. Day 36 in the ghost house. Jupiter Exile is losing his mind, doing about the same thing over and over again. Okay, so if I stand here, if I activate that guy and stand behind this, which is out of his line of sight, yeah, he drops down. That might be reliable. That's pretty dang cool. Just 13 more uses of gold pine resin, and then we're out. I wonder if I can buy Elizabeth mushrooms somewhere. Ow! Rude. Yeah, I need to check on that. They're very quick to use for how much they restore. Thank you very much for that. Third phase. That was a very quick run to third phase. And a very quick death once we got there. Yeah. Don't mess up a dodge, kiddies. You will die. There's like seriously not much I can do to make this fight any easier on me. It's just gonna be like this. Just gonna be like this. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time, and then I'm gonna work on something else for a bit, because breaking away from the fight and coming back has helped me out as we've done this. And now that I know how to kill this caster, this is going to be better after a bit. Come on, come here. Get wrecked, jerk. Woohoo! Ow! That hurt immensely. We actually entirely ran out of stamina for a moment there and just managed to sidestep the attack. There's a very disrespectful first two phases. And then he sideswiped us with that one. So I dodged right instead of forward, and apparently forward dodges are so much better than right dodges. Alright, AFK MO, and then we're going to change it up. Because it's been 3.5 hours. Alright, so somebody has realized that they forgot a promise to themselves to eat dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and reheat something while we're recalculating here. A nice chicken sandwich, some Dijon, other stuff. It'd be nice if I had some tomato, but I do not. Yeah, right. Okay, so gonna try and apply some newly gained knowledge out in the frigid whatever. I thought the bonfire I was missing would not be at that same spot. Okay, so the knowledge I'm going to try to apply here, it seems as though, generally speaking, a forward roll works better. Just in a lot of cases, a lot of ways, forward roll stuff. It's a good idea. It's a solid plan. We're going to go back to another ring. We can make this the Ring of Blades and just say forget about it, like I'm going to do all the damage. I don't hate that idea. So with the Ring of Blades, we do plus 102. My other option here is Third Dragon. The Third Dragon, we do 75, so the Ring of Blades it is. Alrighty then. And we're going to change this out for charcoal pine resin. And we need to go at about like this angle roughly for a little bit until we see this stuff headed about this direction. Yeah, I think I had evaluated the third dragon ring pretty incorrectly. I was assuming it was very good and that it was like lending a lot of power to the Flynn's ring, but it doesn't actually compare very well to much. Like, the Flynn's ring and the Ring of the Embedded are non-negotiable. Those are both super obvious in terms of how we handle this run. No, lock onto the baddie. Please lock onto the baddie. Exactly the pattern we want. Oh, that can double hit. Okay, I thought it was. I thought the hitbox was actually over. But no, I needed to calm my jets for a bit there. Just cool it. All right, heading back out. So right now, I'm assuming. Or rather, I was assuming, and I'm probably wrong at this rate, that at the end of this long road that I'm taking out here, there will be a bonfire or some manner of shortcut that can be used. When I discover that I'm wrong about this, I'm probably going to give up on this boss, because this run will never ever be worth it. And if I'm giving up on this boss, and I'm giving up on all bosses, I might as well just finish the game. And that's the logic I was grappling with yesterday, is I need to find out if this is possible before I commit myself to killing Smelter. Because if this run has to be done every time you face the boss, then I'll work on Smelter offline and kill him when I have like an extra, I don't know, all of the hours. Now, I was trying to back roll after that, but I didn't have the timing. This weapon actually stuns him a little earlier, so I'm having to compensate for that a bit. So long as I'm using this. I could switch back over to the battle axe, but I am doing more damage with this, so tricky, tricky. Wait, that's the wrong direction. That was the wrong corner to go off. Oh, there's an item here. Okay, that doesn't help a whole lot, but whatever. Let's take it. Please lock onto the enemy. That was I mistook his telegraph there. Yeah, not getting the lock on when he's first coming in is really getting me. Because I can't even try to dodge his initial attack with that. I would love to dodge his initial attack. I have never successfully done this. I've just been hit by it every time. Which is kind of contributing to my thought that, like, beating 3 of these guys in a row is almost impossible. And it might be more than 3. I don't actually know how big a trek this is. It seems to be really, really long. For some silly reason. What was I gonna check? I forgot what I was even like at this screen for. I am losing it. That still hit me. That hit me too. And he's just gonna hit me every single time, isn't he? Starting to see the writing on the wall as far as that's concerned. Yep, every time. Got him. Okay. Yeah, if they're gonna hit me every single time they perform that charge attack, what then? Do I block with my SL1 stats? Oh boy. I mean, I guess this has 45% damage reduction on block for physical. Assuming these D are inflicting just physical damage. Okay, I need to see. Thank you very much. I know that if I approach from, like, a sufficiently weird angle, I don't think I get another fight. But there is a certain angle where a fight does occur on approaching this building. This area, like all said and done, is a weird minefield of encounters. must be satisfying the whims of some sort of, like, bleak and awful person, I think. So it's around here is about the furthest I've made it, because another thing is going to be coming after me. There he is. Yeah. Didn't dodge. I move away. I try to drink desperately. I got the drink off. Alright. It's doing the ranged combat stuff that I have no answer for, ever. I just have to wait. There we go. Just gotta make sure we can heal, and then take hits, and then just... There's another one. Please, no! Come on! Oh my god, it missed. Die, you awful, awful thing. Programmed by a friggin' sadist. Okay, this is kind of the last landmark I can see. So, what do we have here? Okay, we've got we've got an enemy type that hasn't shown up in a while. That we, of course, have to fight in the blinding cold. And he's just going to sort of stand there defensively? I don't know what to do about that dude. Got 2 human effigies for the trouble of coming out here. And, you know, maybe that's fine. Because I don't actually want to fight him if I don't have to. Okay, so... that looks kind of landmarkish, in that it's a big pit. If I come over here and it's a bottomless pit, and a deer just like clocks me into it and I die, I think I'm done. Another guy's going to come after me. I can't fight him and the deer. It's a no-go. I'm going to run forward, come what may. It's a bridge. Okay. I don't know what's coming up, so we're going to have to, like... put life gems on the bar and use one. That thing is following me. And it's just the fog door to the boss. No bonfire in sight. I dodged that burst despite being inside the boss. I feel pretty epic for that. Alright, he got me. And that was half dead. There's another one of them. Okay, so... this is not worth my time. Like... this run with, like, 6 deer creatures that hit me on the charge every time with no bonfire to fight a boss I have very little familiarity with is not worth my time. Like, and I could beat that boss. I could totally beat that boss. Like, in one attempt, I got the boss 75% down, but I'm not going to do that run, like, 4 more times.
Is that a ship? Here, to see light. However...
Okay. So I'm done for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some dinner, because I haven't eaten, and it's, like, almost 10 o'clock. We're gonna be playing Metroid Dread tomorrow, changing things up. We might do some other stuff after Metroid Dread, I haven't made up my mind. And Dark Souls 2, Make or Break, we'll be playing for a while Thursday afternoon. And Thursday afternoon, I'm gonna sit down, beat Aldia, and I'm gonna call that the run. So, Alan, Dark Lurker, Blue Smelter, and Ludenzalen are not going to be fought, because I'm not going to do the run this Ludenzalen, however many times it takes to actually beat them. I'm just not going to do that. That's an immense tract of land. It's not fun. So, thank you for tuning in. This has been Jupiter Exile. Thank you for wandering with me. Good night.